All right, welcome back, everyone. You know, there's always something going on over at Living History Farms, and today we're talking about a couple of events specifically that are happening this month. We've got Elizabeth Siegel joining us from Living History to discuss some of these, and these sound like fun, I will tell you that. One of those events, there's a hint behind me. You'll figure out what that is here in a second. So first of all, tell me about the cast iron cook-off. This sounds delicious.
It is delicious. It's extremely entertaining and educational. We have several different historic sites where the cooks at those sites receive their surprise secret ingredients in the morning.
Okay.
And then they have to prepare a dish or a meal using those ingredients as well as whatever is already on site. And these are the 1700 farm, 1850, 1900 farms, and an 1876 home.
That's interesting. And if you could expand a little bit more on that, because I love the fact that you're doing an event like this, but again, everything ties back to history.
Absolutely. They have to use the tools, implements, materials available to them that are appropriate to the time period. And I had the chance to be a judge for a test run a couple of years ago, and you might think that the 1700 and 1850 farms could be at a disadvantage using an open fire and a hearth as opposed to an oven and not having a pantry to speak of. But let me tell you, they are creative cooks, and they prove that delicious food goes way farther back than modern technology.
There have been times I've thought that maybe if we made more food like that, maybe the food would be even more delicious. So who knows? I mean, so long as it all ends up good and edible, you know. Now, the judging, because I was very curious about that. So when you guys are looking at all the different competitors, what exactly are you looking for? What's your criteria?
3 criteria.
Okay.
Taste, of course.
Naturally.
Presentation, so that plating matters, and then historical value, meaning is it appropriate to the time period? Our winning chef last year was at the Tang and Home, the 1876 Tang and Home, and she was able to connect the recipe that she prepared to some cookbooks of the time and really set it in that historic period.
So can you give me some examples of what are some previous dishes you guys have had?
At 1700, they have done some delicious stews over the open fire using their secret ingredients, plus produce grown in the garden there that they have dried and been able to put into the stew. Where there's an oven, there's usually some kind of bread or roll baked. Yes. And
I wondered if there was going to be some bread involved.
If there is anything that smells better in the whole world than bread coming out of a wood-burning oven, I don't know what it is.
Oh, that was a good smell. That was a good smell. Okay, we got to talk about Applefest. That's
Yes.
what I was talking about, the hint here. Tell me about Applefest.
Applefest is one of our most popular events of the year. It's celebrating apple harvest season. So in addition to our usual historic demonstrations going on, we have some that are centered on apples. We'll have cooking demonstrations at several sites with apples. We'll be pressing cider. Guests get a chance to try that. We'll have some crafts and games related to apples. And our friends at Iowa Orchard will be at the museum selling some of their goodies.
I love this. I love how you guys have so many unique ways of using apples. Are there any that maybe people show up and say, that's something I hadn't thought about before?
I don't know that this is one people wouldn't have thought of, but a lot of times they tell us they haven't ever tried apple butter, and that's something they make at the 1850 cabin.
I feel like that's something that's really started to make the rounds lately. I've had a lot of people talking about apple butter, so I like that. What else do people need to know if they plan on coming out to either one of the events?
There's information on our website, which is LHF for livinghistoryfarms.org, and we also remain open from Tuesday through Saturday for just general admission if people want to come out for a day that isn't necessarily a special event.
So it doesn't have to be for just these 2 events. You want to get out there, just do all kinds of different events and learn something you want to check out. Elizabeth, I appreciate you as always.
Oh, thank you.
You bet.